wanted to make a video today talking about what you should know before you decide to go donate plasma. There's some important information that I feel like I have to give you. And I've made a bunch of other videos about donating plasma, so if you haven't seen those, you can go check those out. And if you want more information in the future on donating plasma and other good side hustles or other income that you can make, then please subscribe to my channel. But to get started, I think the most important thing you should know, number one, before you donate plasma, is that plasma is used to create life-saving medicine for people. And I know some of you will probably say, well, actually, the plasma centers can use plasma for whatever they want, sell to the highest bidder. I think that's true. I mean, according to my understanding, there's other products that plasma is used for, and not just the life-saving medicine, but it is a fact that plasma is very much needed to help people. And so you're doing a good thing while making a little money on the side. So that's definitely something to consider. The second thing that you should know is that if you have had COVID or coronavirus, then you could make a lot more money donating plasma. I think this is still going on right now, even though we're rolling out vaccines. As far as I know, the COVID donor program is still happening at my local donation center. And what happens is, if you can prove that you have the COVID antibodies by supplying some sort of positive test, I think if you call your center, they will explain how to get enrolled in the COVID donor program. You'll make a lot more money. So for instance, on a good month, when they have extra bonuses and things, I might make $500 if I'm lucky. It's usually $400 to $500 is what I make every month, donating twice a week. If you're a COVID donor, which that sounds weird, COVID antibody donor, you'll make $100 a pop, at least at my center. So I don't know what it looks like nationwide, but you'll definitely be making more money, assuming the program's still going on at the time that you see this video. So for my center, it's $100 every donation, and on a good month, you can donate 10 times if you're going twice a week. That's $1,000. That's double, at least double, what I would normally make. And that's for sitting down, pumping your hand for like an hour at most. I'm in the heaviest weight bracket. I'm like a 200-pound dude, and it takes me 50 to 55 minutes usually when I'm hooked up to the machine. So if you've had COVID, definitely consider donating plasma. It's very lucrative for you. The third thing you should know, and this was kind of hinted at in the thumbnail, is that they use an 18-gauge needle. That's a big boy right there. I actually don't know if they have larger needles that they use. They may, but 18 gauge is as big as they come. And when you're talking about the gauge of a needle, the higher the number, the smaller the needle. And in another video, I'm going to show you the comparison between this needle and a smaller, more normal needle that could be used for like a vaccine or something, just so that you can see the difference. But let me pop this sucker out. See that right there? That is, it won't focus. I'm just using my iPhone, but the fact that you can, with your naked eye, look at it and very clearly see the hole of the needle, that's pretty intimidating right there. But that being said, I've done quite a few donations, probably over 100 at this point. It doesn't hurt very much. It's maybe a little worse than getting a flu shot or something. And if the phlebotomist sticks you properly, you shouldn't really feel it during the whole donation. That being said, I had a pretty rough donation recently, and I'll probably talk about that in another video, but just keep in mind, needle size is large. If you can overcome that fear, it's really not that bad. The fourth thing you should probably know before you donate plasma is that the donation process, or giving your blood to a centrifuge that takes the plasma out and returns the blood to you, that whole donation process affects different people differently. That might sound obvious, but for me, even between donations, it affects me differently at different times. So, and I try to prepare well to be, hydrated and well rested for when I donate plasma to have the best experience possible. But some people will pass out. I've gotten close. I've never passed out. Fortunately, I'm not somebody that just faints really quickly. But some people do. Like, I was sitting across from a guy this last time I donated that just was out for like 30 seconds, which, according to the people that were the phlebotomists that were working there and I was talking to, that's a more extreme case. But yeah, that's not fun. I mean, it makes you feel sick. And for me, the consistent thing is that after my donations, I feel really wiped out the rest of the day. I'm just really tired. Even after hydrating and eating food, I'm just done for the day. So I've actually started scheduling my donations to be later in the evening so that shortly after I can just go to bed. But just keep that in mind. I mean, listen to your body, pay attention to how you feel when you donate plasma. It's probably not worth the money to you if you're just feeling miserable afterwards. So it might be worth giving a try, but definitely pay attention to how you feel. And do your due diligence in preparing for the process. You don't want to go in completely dehydrated, or you're gonna have a really rough go of it. Okay, the fifth thing and the final thing that I think you should know before you donate plasma is that it can be very competitive to get in and donate. I live in a college town, and maybe that's the reason that it's really competitive to donate plasma, and the appointments fill up so fast. But I would definitely check with your plasma center to see how busy it is, how hard it is to schedule an appointment, just so you can have that in mind. So the soonest my appointments at my center open up are 2 weeks in advance. And for me to get my appointments scheduled, I have to book them 2 weeks in advance as soon as those slots open. So it's pretty crazy. There are so many college students that want to, make an extra buck and donate plasma. And so maybe if you don't live in a college town, you won't have that issue, but it's definitely something to consider to make sure that you're getting your money's worth. Because also at my plasma center, they reward you. There's an initiative for going as many times as you can in a month, which can be taxing. So again, listen to your body. But for each consecutive donation I do in a month, I get an additional $5. So the first donation would be $25, second $30, $35, $40, $45, $50. So you can see how it would become increasingly lucrative the longer I do it throughout the month. So that means I have to stay on top of booking my appointments. So keep that in mind. Find out how to schedule your appointments, how to make sure that you get in there before everybody else, since it's, again, very competitive. And the last thing to consider, maybe along with those lines, is that your first appointment is going to be more like a 3-hour appointment instead of an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half, which is the norm for me. And that's because you're going to have to sign paperwork, you're going to have to go over some things, and also get a physical just to make sure that you're healthy and able to donate plasma. All right, that's it. Those are the 5 things that I think you should know before you go donate plasma. I hope this was useful to you and aids you in your journey of deciding whether or not to go donate plasma. Just remember, it does go to a good cause generally. People really need the plasma, and you're also supplementing your income quite nicely for the amount of time spent. So be safe while you do it. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I love the interaction. I love being able to provide more information if I can for you. And please subscribe if you'd like more information and videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.